and lay it flat, but I like to see if you can get it hanging out the end right there, so you can really see that scorpion. So,
time to roll?
We've got everything here. Yeah, let's roll.
I'm following your lead.
Yeah, you got it. Just mash it in and then kind of roll it around.
Beautiful!
Oh, nice work. I love that.
Jeff, this looks delicious. Shall we just dig in?
Please, help yourself.
All right, here we go.
All right, now you're going
Spicy
first. You
scorpion
yeah. There
roll.
we go.
Here we go.
What do you think? Like a spider roll?
It just tastes like regular macking. Now for dessert.
These are a wonderful little milk chocolate, and it's pecans and crickets, like a little cluster. I've made some cookies with a lot of different ants, and then one of my favorites over here, worm fudge. Crickets and chocolate with a little bit of pecan.
Thank you very much,
Cheers.
Jeff. This is great. I feel so nutritious right now. This is great. Well, thank you very much for showing us these beautiful culinary delights, and I'm going for one with a tail to finish it off.
Right on.
I'm feeling brave. Thanks, Jeff.
My pleasure.
Equator HD brings you exclusive stories of amazing people and places from around the world. And this week, we're proud to premiere the classic love story, Dr. Zhivago, uncut, commercial-free, and in beautiful high definition. Equator host Lara Houlihan introduces us to a Dr. Zhivago expert whose insights will make your movie viewing a little more enjoyable.
50 years ago, Russian author Boris Pasternak won the Nobel Prize for Literature. In his native Russia, he was most complimented as a poet. But to the rest of the world, he was known for his novel, Dr. Zhivago. The novel challenged the political views of Russia and was banned. Fortunately, the novel survived because it was successfully smuggled out of the country. In 1965, David Lean adapted the novel into a blockbuster film, which became a timeless classic.
I've been particularly interested in the life and works of Boris Pasternak, and I've written a 2-volume biography of Pasternak and translated most of his works. I met the sisters of Boris Pasternak while I was still a student in Cambridge. When I went to Moscow in 1963 as a graduate student, I met up with the rest of the Pasternak family there and also made the acquaintance of a large number of people who'd been associated with Pasternak, other writers, literary critics, musicians, and so on and so forth. It took Pasternak 10 years to complete the novel in the form that it has come down to us today. There are many features of the novel which were completely at variance with anything that was acceptable in the literature of the Stalinist period. The film version by David Lean concentrates on the storyline, the historical background, the type of scenes which make good cinema. Good cinema, probably in the way in which it's popularly accepted, also entails having a good love story. And so the whole story of the romance with Lara is something of which the Hollywood filmmakers make too much of a meal. Pasternak's hero hardly appears as an author, although we're shown 1 or 2 scenes of him writing. The whole notion of literary creativity is something which is very soft-pedaled. And also the religious side of the message is something which is not really emphasized either. The film producers have done a marvelous job so far as physically reconstructing the setting. What is quite remarkable is the way in which they have reconstructed somewhere in the Spanish countryside a mock-up version of a section of Moscow street. It looks extremely convincing. Those scenes where the Cossacks charged down the street during the 1905 revolution. Russia at night, on a crisp winter snowy night, looks exactly like that. And also the rural scenes, the countryside and the nature is wonderfully well captured. The picture which we get of Russian society in the early years of the century is also extremely well done.
very delightful announcement to make.
The Pasternak family members who saw it were thrilled, of course, to be able to see this film realization of a work which at that time was still banned in the Soviet Union. What the film does, it does well. It's had to leave out a great deal of the novel, and maybe arguably some of the most important parts of the novel, but those parts which it picks upon to focus on, those are very convincingly done, and one should be grateful for this film.
Equator HD is pleased to announce it will be airing the Oscar Award-winning movie Dr. Zhivago for the first time ever in high definition. Please visit our website equatorhd.ca or check your electronic program guide for airtime.
The inside of the ice palace of Dr. Zhivago was actually sculpted from wax.
Take a look at the world that you live in.
Filled with the myriad cultures and traditions